Hello, welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate, and I'm thankful to have you here for today's pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at how you think your person is feeling about you versus how they're actually feeling about you. So it's going to be in two parts, and we're going to start off with how you think they feel, and that should serve as a good energy check-in for you guys, just to make sure that you pick the right pile and that you don't get confused with messages that aren't for you. So I would try to make sure that the first part of the reading does resonate with how you actually think this person is feeling about you. So we will be doing an extended reading as well. It's going to be different for each pile, so stay tuned for that if you guys are interested in going deeper and you feel like it resonates. So there are three piles to choose from. For pile number one, we have Zeke's Arcana Tarot with this clear quartz heart. For pile number two, we have the Wandering Moon Tarot with this green jasper star. For pile number three, we have the Everything You Do Is Magic Tarot with this rose quartz small palm stone. So take whatever time you need to tune into the pile that is calling out to you the most. Of course, listen to the first part of the reading, make sure it resonates with you before you continue to listen. I will have the timestamps linked down below in the description box, along with the extended readings, the names of these decks in case you guys are interested in looking at them, and any other information about me. So without further ado, let's get into your reading. Number one, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Zeke's Arcana Tarot and this clear quartz heart, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at how you think your person is feeling about you versus how they're actually feeling. So the first part of this reading should serve as a energy check-in for you guys. So as you're listening, I would try to make sure that the first part of the reading, where we're looking at how you think your person is feeling, actually aligns with how you think your person is feeling before you listen to the next part of the reading, just to avoid any confusion or taking on messages that aren't for you. Also, this deck, sadly, I love this deck, and I never use it just because I know it has a lot of cards that I'm going to have to cover, but I just decided that it's worth it. So I will be covering some cards, unfortunately, due to YouTube having strict rules. I wish they could just eradicate that rule. Okay. So, Spirit, please tune me into pile number one's energy and the connection that they have on their mind. How do they think their person is feeling towards them? How would they describe it if they were asked? What is their perspective of how their person is feeling towards them? Okay, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. You guys, ever since I filmed a video and my face was in it and like my hair just looks so weird, I'm like now paranoid every time I'm like filming that just the top of my head is gonna be seen. And like I have a widow's peak, and so it just looked so weird. Like I looked bald with like just an arrow of hair, which is fine if I'm channeling Avatar, but it was not a cute look. So anyways, okay, so we have the Five of Swords here in reverse. How does pile number one think that their person is feeling? Okay, we have the Four of Swords here in the reverse. It's the Roman numerals are getting me. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy. We have the Nine of Cups. Can we clarify the Five of Swords? The Ten of Wands in reverse. Can we clarify the Four of Swords? The Four of Cups. Can we clarify the Chariot? All right, we have the Magician in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant, we have Taurus energy. And can we clarify the Nine of Cups? Okay, yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Two of Swords. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see this because the first thing that started to come through is sort of two energies that I feel like your person is experiencing, or from your perspective, you feel that this person is maybe in a rock and a hard place. And it feels like this is in between what would actually make this person happy, like their personal fulfillment, and this feeling of what they'd actually want to create in their life being maybe different from whatever they're locked into or invested in right now. When it comes with the Hierophant here, because I feel like with the Hierophant in reverse with the Magician, it's giving me this energy of this feeling of wanting to break out of the mold, some kind of mold in their life is how it feels. It might have to do with work with the Eight of Pentacles here and the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles could also represent like some sort of a boss or person that has authority over your person in some way. It almost just feels like there's a blockage in this connection that needs to be overcome. But you feel like this person, you feel like they don't know what to do. Number one, you feel overall that they are feeling conflicted and like they do want something with you, like they do find emotional fulfillment on a path with you, but that your person feels that it would require them going against the grain in some kind of a way, or going against, with the Hierophant, it's always like some tradition, some authority. It would be breaking a pattern or breaking a tradition, breaking the mold in some kind of a way. Because I almost feel like you think that this person feels unhappy is what I want to say with the Four of Cups here. Like this person is maybe, you feel that they are, with the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands, that this person is under a lot of burden or stress. And it's almost like they're not happy in the current situation that they're in. And it's almost like this energy of this person, you almost feel like it's not them or like their internal desires that are blocking them from this connection. You really feel that it's like external circumstances that's blocking this person from moving forward. And it's almost like there's also this feeling of like that they could triumph over the obstacles, but that it would require a lot of effort. Like it would require pushing against obstacles. Like the Chariot is all about willpower and creating your own victories despite there being bumps in the road or blockages. There's just this feeling that if they were going to manifest what they might want, and that might have something to do with you in emotional fulfillment, it's like they would come across or come up on a lot of barriers. And there's also this feeling on the other side of it of like, there's this feeling of exhaustion and not having time for themselves really, and not really being happy. But you maybe even feel like the reason why they aren't like being open to you, or if like maybe there's a feeling that they aren't taking the opportunity with you, it's like because maybe it would require this person to let go of all the burden on their shoulders, or let go of a certain level of responsibility that they're carrying. Like that would be the requirement, is how it feels. And with the Five of Swords, that can be a sense of defeat. Maybe they're feeling defeated in the situation, but it's like you also feel like they're maybe bouncing in between these two states of almost like this person imagining maybe pursuing you and the connection with you, breaking some kind of a mold, breaking out of some routine or some structure that keeps them almost not in their power to create what they want. it's like there's this one path where they break free and move towards that emotional fulfillment. But then there's another path where it's almost like, but then they have to face all the obstacles. So like that's the negative of that side, is that they would have to shake things up on some level. And there is this level of insecurity that your person has with the Five of Swords here. But it's like they're just so caught up in whatever they're caught up in that it's taking away from their power, in a sense. It's like, I think, how you think they feel in the situation. And then the other path is one where they remain in this Four of Cups energy, where they're not present with themselves. And it's like it's almost like this work or this pressure is ruling their life. And it's kind of this energy of not really being super happy and autonomous in their life. But at least they don't go against the grain. At least they don't shake things up in a sense, or they don't go against tradition in some kind of a way. Yeah. So you definitely think this person is split. I feel like you also believe that this person feels like there's like barriers to overcome, and that they're very conflicted about what to do in the situation, because they feel like either path they take is going to come with challenges and a negative with it. So yeah. All right. I want to just get some oracle cards to further explain this, and then we'll get into how they're actually feeling toward you. And there will be an extended reading. I'll be figuring out the topic as we go along, and it's just going to be whatever seems like the most helpful for you guys to go into a little bit deeper. Oh my God. Literally what's coming through right now is Dora. What is it? It's like, you can do it. You can do it. Hooray. Dora. What? I don't know why that's coming through. Okay, so how does pile number one think that... Okay, this came out. We have chop wood here in reverse. Okay, I see. We have round and round here in reverse. Yeah, we have by the book. Not surprised to see that. And then time for a nap in reverse, yeah. And then happy, happy here in reverse. 100%. So this is definitely verifying like what I've been picking up on. But with the chop wood in reverse, there is this added element now of like, I feel like you see this person feeling like they're stuck in a cycle with the round and round, and like maybe that they're dreaming about what it would take to break out of it, or they're dreaming about having victory. But there's also this energy of like tradition and going by the book here. Like that's the Hierophant card. That keeps them in this round and round energy. And then with time for a nap here, this is just speaking to the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Swords, that you definitely feel like this person is overwhelmed right now with work and whatever like tradition or whatever contracts they're in, whatever like rules they're following is what I want to say. This could be like in a job or society, whatever it is definitely exhausting them. And I feel like it is keeping them in the same cycle. It's really giving that like energy of being stuck in like a 9 to 5, where it's like, it's giving me that hopelessness of the feeling of like I've just seen these things online that are like, my life is waiting for the weekend and then like dreading the week, and then I'm just like living for the weekend essentially. But then like also by the time it is the weekend, you're like so tired from the week that you don't even get to have fun because you're just recovering from the week, and then you have to do the same thing over again. Like there's kind of an element of that. It doesn't have to be that specific thing, but it almost feels like something in this person's life is like that. And they're not happy. Yeah. And come to the edge here really represents, I feel like, this potential for this person to take a risk toward something that would make them happier, but it would be more vulnerable and more authentic to them. But yeah, I just feel like with the happy in reverse, it's representing that, you believe that this person is not happy in their life and that they're feeling very exhausted. And I feel like with the round and round card, it's like, there's this energy of this person not breaking out of the mold, like not changing things, just doing the same thing over and over and not realizing that they have to do something different. And it's also giving insanity is not changing anything and then thinking the outcome's going to be different. You know how that's like a quote. I said it wrong, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, with the chop wood, I do feel like you feel like this person is just stuck in this cycle of doing the same thing, unhappy, burnt out, and dreaming of what would be their individual fulfillment, what they would want to create. But with the chop wood being in reverse, it's like they're not taking steps toward it though. Like they're not actually doing anything. So yeah, that's how you think this person feels. And I know that this is, it's like, I don't know, I get a lot of comments that are like, you're not telling me how they feel about me. And it's like, in life, there are so many factors as to like how we feel about someone or like a relationship with them is like kind of what I'm talking about. And so when I say this is how they feel about you, this is how they feel about the relationship with you. And the fact that all these other things are coming up and I'm explaining them, that's what's on this person's mind when it comes to you. Is like they might think about you and they might think about how they would want something with you and how that sounds really fulfilling, and they think about that and that excites them, but then they also think about everything else. And so that's what's on their mind a lot. And that, like, I can't lie, like that's what's on this person's mind when it comes to the relationship. And this is like supposed to be your perspective, but I'm just saying that I hope it can make sense as to why every reading isn't like, this person likes when you do this or they don't like that, and they feel like you're just, it's like it's how we feel about other people has so much to do with our own life and what's going on with us. And a lot of times I'm really trying to give perspective on that, and I don't even try to, it's just what comes through. So just so you know, I just, those comments are just something I'm not going to change. Like this is just the way I read. But I know what you're saying. I know what those people are saying. It's just like, I can't really change that. Okay. And it is a lot less exciting. You know what I mean? But that's like what reality is. And if you want to hear more about yourself, and like, if your question is more like, how do they view me? That's going to be about you, you know? But I feel like if it's like, how do they feel? It's like our feelings are so complex and so connected to so many different things. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, sorry for that rant. Let's see now how they're actually feeling about you, and let's say the relationship with you, the situation. Is there anything that you can clarify or add to how pile number one's person is actually feeling toward them? I would say all in all, you think that this person feels stuck. Like that'd be the best way to describe it. How does pile number one's person actually feel towards them? Okay. So we have the Chariot, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, we have Judgment, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Page of Wands. This is very interesting. And we have Wicked coming through now with Defying Gravity. So your person's very much in their Defying Gravity moment, which is, I guess, like really relevant actually to the theme around like the institution and having to kind of be under the thumb of someone. And like in this song, Defying Gravity is like one of my favorite songs of all time. But it's like they say like, I'm through of accepting limits because someone says they're so. And then like Glinda says, you can still be with the wizard, like what you've worked and waited for. You can have all you've ever wanted. Like this person has to give it to you. And then there's this energy of her taking the risk of breaking free and going like, it's not worth it. Like whatever I'm going to get out of the situation. So I'm sensing a pretty powerful energy coming through from your person around new beginnings and doing things differently. We have 2 pages here. And judgment. And judgment is like a coming to the truth moment. Let me just finish the spread though. So, okay. Can we clarify judgment for how pile number 1's person is feeling? All right. 3 of Pentacles. Can we clarify the Page of Coins? The 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Oh my God. Look at this. Literally, of course, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse at the back of the deck, which is totally like freeing yourself from a prison, coming out of like the victim energy or realizing, okay, wow, I actually love this person's energy. And like I said, like I'll tell you guys the truth. Like this is what the cards are saying. 100% your person is feeling differently than you think, because your person is actually more advanced in this stage of wanting to overcome and come out of this fantasy stage. And I feel like you are right about that. And your person actually acknowledges that they have almost been just dreaming about maybe alternative paths or dreaming about what it would be like to, you know, go on a new path or break out of whatever they're in. And like the 2 of Wands for me in reverse is like the quintessential energy of a person playing it safe and deciding to not go like on the journey because they want to play it safe essentially, or they don't want to take that inspiration. It's like the Ace of Wands comes and then you either decide to go on that journey with the Ace of Wands and that inspiration, or you play it safe and you just plan almost. Like, and I feel like sometimes the 2 of Wands in reverse can be, it's like not actually creating a plan for what you want. It's almost like, and I feel like this person acknowledges that they were in that energy. But with the Chariot here, like the Chariot was also in your reading. So we have Cancer as well. I really feel that your person is wanting to break out of the prison that they've been in, is like how it feels. And they want to take the risk of, with the 3 of Pentacles, like I'm really getting this energy of wanting to work with you. And it's like they're imagining the 10 of Pentacles here. And the 10 of Pentacles is imagining long-term stability. But in this case, for me, it really represents this person imagining creating abundance with you, working with you is what they think about. And like learning as they go, and almost like learning themselves, and like almost how they feel about you and what they think about is like being a team with you and moving through obstacles together. And yeah, they really think about that. And there's this feeling with the 8 of Swords in reverse, you guys, like literally, I would look at what the 8 of Swords in reverse is like textbook. Like textbook 8 of Swords in reverse is like freeing yourself from a state of feeling that you're stuck or you're restricted or that you can't do something. But a lot of it's actually just internalized thoughts, and like it's like a mental prison. And so I feel like this person is breaking out of the mental prison, and they're seeing the potential for the future with you. And they're seeing how you guys could create that. And with Judgment here, it's like they're getting real about the cycle that they've been in. They're seeing the truth of what's actually possible. And it's like the Judgment is also referring to this 8 of Swords. Like they're being honest with themselves about the energy that they've been in, of holding themselves back from exploring a new path or learning a new way. And there's this feeling though of like, I wouldn't have to do it alone. Like I could work with pile number 1. It's like they're opening themselves up to the possibility of learning, essentially. So I just want to clarify some cards and see what comes through. Can we clarify the Seven of Cups in reverse? Yeah, it's like the Four of Cups. It's like this person has been not open to the possibilities, essentially. Like, it's almost like the Seven of Cups here is representing this idea of a lack of curiosity or a lack of contemplation of, like, what other options there are. Like, essentially, like seeing life in more of an exploratory way where we're interested in the opportunities and the paths that are available to us. I feel like this person has been very closed off to what options they have around them. And it's like missing opportunities is the Four of Cups, and just not really being open to the choices you have and the options you have. And so this person is feeling like with the Page of Coins though and the Page of Wands, these are like representing these opportunities and these new paths. And I feel like the Chariot is triumphing over this energy that they've been in, which is like this Two of Wands in reverse, not taking the risk, not moving forward, not exploring. And the Page of Wands is this exploratory, adventurous, open-minded person that says yes to new things. We also have Death here just back at the back of the deck. Can we clarify Judgment? Yeah, we have Seven of Wands in reverse. So like what they're having a realize, yeah, the Emperor in reverse. Oh my gosh. This is wild. So yeah, very clear messages coming through of like, this person is having like a realization of how much they haven't been standing for their values and standing and pushing for what they believe in and not like backing down, essentially. Like the Seven of Wands in reverse can be this energy of almost, you guys, is my face in the freaking thing? I just don't know. Let me just see. I don't know. I hope it's not. But it's just this energy of there's all these other people coming at you with their ideas and wanting to knock you off of your, what's the right word? Like almost self-sovereignty, but knock you off of your own beliefs and ideas. And it's like, it's kind of like not having courage to stand up for yourself, like not having the courage to stand for your truth and what you believe in and fighting for that even. It's like the Seven of Wands is also this energy of fighting for what you believe in and not backing down when there's opposition. I feel like this person has been too easily giving up things that are important to them. And then we have the Emperor in reverse here, which is like they're not in their masculine energy, and it's like this energy of like being passive in their life and not taking control and taking action. Like the Emperor is all about taking action and taking control, going for what you want. It's also Mars ruled with Aries. It's like going for what you want, and it's also about your individuality. And I feel like this person just hasn't, they're having a realization of like the way that they've been too passive in their life and that they've been missing out on opportunities. Can we clarify the Three of Pentacles? Okay, yeah, we have the Fool in reverse. So I do feel like there's this energy of your person feeling that they, and what is this? This is the Four of Swords in reverse. I feel that this person has held back from taking risks or doing something new, especially if it wasn't like, if it was not going to be validated by the group. I feel like this person is, and again, this has so much to do with this person's own life, and I feel like you're going to have to connect it why that has to do with you. But it's almost like this person feels like they are needing to take more risks. This person is feeling like they need to stop playing it so safe and stop listening to what everyone else is telling them to do. And it's like they want to be courageous and go on this new path. We have Aquarius energy here as well. And it's like, it's this energy of taking the risk. Even if it's not even if it's a different idea, like Aquarius always has its own idea and its own path, and it's not listening to what everyone else thinks. And it's also realizing that you don't need, okay, again, we literally have a Defying Gravity coming through where it's like, I'm just going to close my eyes and leap. And like, that's such the Fool energy here. And it's like, although we have everyone else's opinions. It's like, I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. And it's like, take the jump, you know? It's like they feel like they've been holding themselves back from what they really want to explore. And I believe that that is the connection with you. And they're just realizing that it's like been in their head, like that they've been holding themselves back. Can we clarify the Ten of Pentacles? Okay, yeah. And so we have the Lovers here in reverse. Okay, and so I do feel that the Ten of Pentacles is also representing on some level like this, almost like, if I'm going to say it from Wicked, it's like the promise of, you know, living in the castle with the wizard, which was like on offer at the end. And it's kind of like this abundance or this like fortune, long lasting, but it's almost like this energy of your person feeling like that isn't in alignment with what's loving for them. Like that they realize that they've been making choices that don't reflect, it's like this isn't loving. Like this isn't true love in a sense. Like just like what I was saying, like this isn't, if this is what's required for me to fit in with the group with the Three of Pentacles and to work with everyone and to have access to this Ten of Pentacles, like it's holding me back in life, and it's not allowing me to make decisions from a place of love. And I'm just not on the same page as the other people. And then, yeah. And so then they're saying it's like, they'd rather be this Page of Coins. Cause like we had, you know, it just, this story kind of comes up a lot on my channel, but it's like, it's really this energy of putting your heart first and having the courage. I feel like it's like the masculines learning how to take action autonomously and for the right reasons and channeling that masculine energy in the right ways. Can we clarify the Page of Coins? All right, we have 3 cards. So we have the Hermit, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and then we also have the Empress in reverse. Yeah, and I feel like what this is just saying is like, I feel like this person has felt somewhat like a perpetual student, or like they're always in the inferior place with someone or some organization, or I don't know, like their family, some tradition, something like that, where it's like they haven't fought back in a way. And it's like with the Empress in reverse, it's like, I feel like this person feels that, I feel that they feel that they're at the end of their, like they're at their wit's end is what I'd want to say. Because it's giving this energy of like losing your light, where it's like you're so distracted and so there's so much noise and so much going on around you that like you're not paying attention to yourself and your own well-being. And I do feel like this person does feel really burnt out. And with the Hermit here, it's like they feel like they're losing touch with themselves and like their own inner voice and who they are when they're alone. And yeah, and I just feel like this person is realizing how like, what's the right word for this? Repressed. They've kind of been repressed, like low on energy, like not feeling like themselves, not feeling happy. Yeah, and I feel like as well, sorry, I just have the fear that I'm not, no, I am. Okay. And I feel like as well with the World here, it's like, yeah, look at this. It's like we're not lying to ourselves anymore with the Seven of Swords here, with the Three of Wands, about like waiting for this outcome. It's like putting your happiness in a future moment and like feeling like you're going to be happy in the future. Okay, but I do want to ask, like, okay, for the extended, which I will also ask a little more in this, because I do feel like a lot of the regular situation is just being outlined of what's going on with this person. So in the extended, I do want to look at what your person wants with you and the connection with you. I want to look at what their current intentions are. And and what they'd want to say to you if they were being completely honest, and then we'll get guidance for you. So the extended is, I definitely want to pick more into this person's brain when it comes to what their vision is for the connection with you. But before we do that, let me just see if we can get anything else. So, but what are pile number one's person's feelings towards pile number one? Not just the situation. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands. The King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse. King of Coins. Like, I feel like this person is almost using the excuse of their responsibilities or their work to not listen to their intuition. Like, this person is they're blocking out what is true to them. Especially with the King of Coins in reverse. Yeah, especially if there's someone that is giving them money, or if there's like a boss involved, or a family person that has anything over this person, or like supports this person in any way. It's almost this energy of they feel like they're hiding from the truth, is like what I would say. Like they're hiding behind whatever burdens they have, to not be open, like to not be open to what their heart and their intuition is telling them, but also to just like not know in a way. Like with the King of Swords in reverse, they also may be just relying on a certain level of logic right now and just like playing it by the rules, but they're ignoring their intuition towards you. This person overall, I'm telling you, is very much caught up in all of this. And this battle that's going on with them, I feel like is what is impacting their ability to even realize that their heart is feeling something towards you. But I do feel like they are wanting to break out of this. But I feel like Spirit's just confirming that their current setting, or what's been going on in the past, has definitely been this person like ignoring the truth, or avoiding the situation almost. And yeah, like ignoring the truth and sort of having like a default answer, but it's not even true to them. How they feel like they're lying to their own self about it, because they're not being honest about, they're letting their head win over their heart, is what I would say. So I do want to get into their heart though. So we'll definitely get into that. But first, let's just get some oracle cards to see how they're feeling now, how they're actually feeling. How is pile number one's person actually feeling toward them? Yeah, milk and honey. We have a change in the wind in reverse. We have a fork in the road. Yeah, they feel like there's a decision here. And they feel like they've been resisting this change. But with milk and honey, it's like they're realizing where the real value is going to be. And I feel like they've almost been chasing this honey pot, or chasing this like it's almost this feeling of not wanting to walk away from, it's like a bribe. It's not a bribe, but that's the wrong word. But it's almost this feeling of being attached to some kind of an outcome on this current path that they're on. And it could have something to do with like a promise of status, a promise of money, a promise of safety, whatever it is. It's like this person has that in their mind, and that's what's made it hard for them to change. But they do feel like they're at a fork in the road. We have breathe in reverse. And we have building blocks as well. Yeah, and so I do feel, we have observer here in reverse. I do feel like this person is realizing that they have not been getting perspective on the current situation. And I feel like what they're feeling as well, though, is like kind of realizing that the foundation that they're building on this path is not sustainable for them. And so it's like, it's not a solid foundation to reach this milk and honey, to reach this like end goal. And so I do feel like this person sees these two paths sees these two diverging paths. And one of them, it's like they've just been resisting this change because they're afraid of losing that. But then there's also part of them that's realizing it's unsustainable and that they need to build a different kind of foundation. Yeah, and with the observer here, this person also definitely feels like they've been so wrapped up in like their work or whatever this is, that they haven't been seeing the picture fully. Like they haven't been seeing all the options around them. But I also feel like they're seeing what potential happiness there is if they do make a different decision. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for where your person is at right now. So I'm going to take it into the extended. We're going to be looking at what your person wants for this connection. Actually, let me think. Let's look at what their heart is telling them. What is their heart trying to tell them? And then I want to look at what their current actual intentions are towards the connection. And then I want to look at what they would say to you if they were honest, and then getting you guidance. So I'll have that link down below if you guys want to join me. Thank you to everyone that does support me through the readings. And other than that, though, thank you so much for being here. If you found this reading helpful or interesting, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment, those all really support me and my channel. So thank you to everyone that does that. And if you want to see future pick a card readings, I would love for you to subscribe. So other than that, thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose this green jasper star and the Wandering Moon Tarot, then this is going to be a reading where we're looking at how your person how you think your person is feeling toward you, and then versus how they're actually feeling toward you. So the first part of this reading should serve as a pretty good energy check-in. So I would listen to the first part of this reading where I'm looking at how you think this person feels. Hopefully that will actually resonate with how you think this person feels. And then if it doesn't, I would just be aware of that so you don't listen to the rest of the reading and get confused. So definitely don't take on any messages that don't make sense for you or don't feel like your situation or a situation that you want to hear about. Okay, so Spirit, please tune me into pile number 2's energy. Okay. How does pile number 2 subjectively think that their person is feeling towards them and the connection? Okay, we have the 10 of Moons, and I think the moons are cups. So the stars are pentacles. So we have the 10 of Moons and the 6 of stars. So the 10 of cups and the 6 of pentacles. Just want to make sure it's straight. How does pile number 2 think that their person is feeling? Okay, 7 of Cups. The 10 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Can we clarify the 10 of Cups? The Page of Wands. Can we clarify the 6 of Pentacles? 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Can we clarify the 7 of Cups? Okay, 3 of Wands in reverse. And can we clarify the 10 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles? We have the King of Cups in reverse, and then the Hermit at the back of the deck with the Virgo energy. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I feel like you believe that your person does think about exploring a path with you, and that you feel that this person feels that the path with you could be incredibly fulfilling emotionally. That there's a lot of, you feel your person feels that there is a lot of potential for happiness, but it would require not taking the risk, but going down that path and not knowing where it's going to lead. And so I feel like another aspect of this is that you feel like your person maybe is worried or concerned when it comes to what they need to put into the situation for it to be successful. Because I feel like with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, like this is giving Well, it's giving one of two things. It's like the Eight of Pentacles in reverse for me is when we don't do something because we don't want to fail. So like we almost procrastinate, or we don't want to start it because we're afraid. Like it's almost like a perfectionist. Like when someone's a perfectionist, it can cause procrastination because they want to make sure that the outcome is, or that something's done perfectly, so then they never start. Like there's almost a feeling like that here where there's a blockage when it comes to maybe trusting the process. And it's almost this feeling as well as of this person maybe psyching themselves out or overthinking a little bit, even though there's no like swords here. It's giving a okay, how do I can't say this word sometimes. Contemplative vibe, especially with the Hermit here. It's almost like this person maybe is taking like some time to explore themselves and to try to kind of figure out how they feel, because maybe you feel like this person is not sure 100% where their heart is, or what they do feel. Like this person is giving the energy also of maybe like doubting their feelings. Like maybe you feel like this person is someone who tends to doubt their feelings, or again, like psych themselves out, where it's like, like with the Seven of Cups here, it's like, it's the fact that there's variability in how the situation might turn out. So, but I also feel like this person is someone who maybe overthinks into the future and is like not being process oriented, but is being very like results oriented, and also thinking about things in a very like transactional way for some reason. Like this, it's this energy of this person almost debating whether or not like they should give to something, like what, like if they should put in energy to something. Like it's almost like they want to, it's like they see all of the work that it's going to require. And so with the Queen of Stars here, it's almost like you think that this person thinks very much into the future and maybe thinks about the responsibility that would come with a committed connection, with the Queen of Stars being here, which is usually to me a more like formal vibe. Like to me, that's like marriage material kind of a person, but at the very least, it's definitely like someone that you would have stability with, like an ideal partner for the long term. And then it's almost like you feel like this person maybe gets psyched out when it comes to how, like the responsibility or the commitment of that. And then the fact that there is uncertainty emotionally, that like psychs this person out though. It's like, it's almost like the work itself or the idea of what they need to put into the situation is causing them to not know how they feel almost. But it's like almost because this person is looking so far out into the future that it's getting, that they're kind of tripping up and getting in their own way. And so, but I feel like with the Hermit here, it's like, oh, and the Hermit is Virgo energy, which is very much detail oriented. So I feel like this might be someone who really does think about the details of situations and maybe is perfectionistic. Like maybe is like worried about what's going to go wrong, or is like a little bit like almost like not saying that they are type A, but like in their life, they might be kind of type A where they feel the need to, well, literally Virgo is like a sign around perfection. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like an aspect of it. But yeah, I feel like with the Page of Wands here, it's like this person maybe sometimes struggles to embody the Page of Wands, in the sense of being adventurous and kind of just seeing where the journey takes you. Like, I feel like this person sees that as a potential here, but I also feel that they see the potential to not know what the future holds. And that's something that holds them back. Yeah, that's really, that's what I'm getting. And you might also feel like this person like might get in their head and like daydream about different potential outcomes of like how things could go wrong just with the Three of Wands in reverse, or how things could not work out, and then maybe it stresses them out. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Do I want to use another deck for this? Let's see. You know what? I'm actually going to use a different deck. How does pile number 2 think that their person is feeling? This song that's coming through is I've been thinking too much about me. I've been thinking too much. I know it's hard sometimes. Oh, I'm falling. I'm taking my time on the ride. I think it says I think about the end way too much, maybe, as well. So, I don't know. Anyways, okay. I feel like this person, like, carries a lot on their shoulders as well. Like, they feel very responsible or almost, like, overly responsible for the outcome in a relationship even. And that is something that can, I think, get in their way. Okay, so how does pile number 2 think that their person is feeling toward them? We have Dragon's Lair. Yeah, that makes sense. We have Wizard of Awareness. We have Bone Collector. Yeah, and then the Moonlight in reverse, which makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. Okay, and then Heal the Ouch. So, yeah, I really am feeling... Okay, so this person, again, like with the Dragon's Lair here, this person sees before them this path that is potentially going to be challenging and unknown, but that has a lot of reward. But it's definitely something that they feel trepidatious in regards to going down. And I feel like that's the like connection with you. I feel like this person with this Hermit energy is like in this Wizard of Awareness energy of trying to... I'm pretty sure it talks about like being able to see... I want to read that actually. Like almost being able to see what's behind things. Yeah, so there's this feeling here of, it says, mindfulness is about remaining observant, remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort over excitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Interesting. It says the Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. But I feel like this person is taking this to an extreme where it's almost like they're having a hard time letting themselves be present in the moment. It's like they're having a hard time. They're almost hyper aware, like over aware, and yeah, that's what I'm getting. And it's almost like hard for them to not overthink it or feel the need to, like it's hard for them to just let go of control a little bit is what I would say. Okay, yeah. And so I do feel that you believe that this is a situation where it's almost like your person doesn't want to repeat the same mistakes of the past, or maybe they're prone to not trying something new. But either way, with the Moonlight, to me, this is very much like they lose the Moonlight card is all about how in touch you are with your emotions and your intuition. And so I feel like something about this person being a little bit hyper vigilant causes them to lose touch with this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, literally. It says, too much analyzing is getting you nowhere. Stop overthinking things. You may be exhausted from second guessing yourself all the time and losing your footing. Are you insecure about your ability to make good choices? Step back and regroup and enter into a more trusting relationship with the flow of life. Don't become overly concerned about perceived mistakes. How will you learn to dance if you don't occasionally take a misstep? On the moonlit pathways, you can discover love and truth and wonderful things. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. Go play, have fun, and stay open and trust. And that's like the Page of Wands. Like the Page of Wands doesn't overthink things to a point where like they can't begin. I feel like that's the energy you perceive this person to be in. So let's see what how they actually feel when it comes to you and the connection. There's a feeling here of like, just do it. Just go and see what happens rather than like, I don't know, like strategizing or trying to, like, it's just a feeling of overthinking for sure. So I feel validated in seeing that. All right, so how is pile number 2's person actually feeling toward them? Is there anything else you want to add clarity to or confirm for pile number 2? How is pile number 2? Sorry, I feel the need to shuffle one more time. How is pile number 2's person actually feeling toward them? And the connection, them and the connection. Okay, we have the 5 of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, definitely sensing regret over a missed opportunity. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, feeling a sense of loss. Yeah, they feel like they lost something here. They have regret for missing out on this. Like they feel like they suffered a loss through this connection. And maybe losing you or not like taking the chance with you, maybe. Not seeing the opportunity as well. But yeah, I'm almost seeing that it's like, I'm getting 2 answers here, but it's like either this person is in the current state of being in this lack mentality where they're not seeing the good opportunity that's right in front of them. Like the 5 of Moons can be this energy of being stuck in like sort of a negative mindset as well, and not seeing opportunities around you or missing out on opportunities. We have the 3 of Wands. How is pile number 2's person actually feeling toward them? The Moon in reverse, Cancer. The 6 of Pentacles. Can we clarify the 5 of Pentacles? The Ace of Swords. Can we clarify the 3 of Wands? The Lovers in reverse, and then the Star in reverse. Wow, so I feel like your person is honestly feeling pretty like not like pretty depressed right now. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like they're kind of in a dark place. There's a sense of darkness coming through. I honestly feel like this person believes that they made the wrong decision. Like I feel like now that things have maybe played out, or it's like they've seen kind of the outcome. There is a feeling here of getting clarity because we have the Ace of Swords, getting clarity on what they lost through the decision that they made. And this feeling of losing hope here. Yeah, Queen of Cups underneath that. We have Aquarius energy as well with Gemini. Yeah, and maybe it was even that like, maybe they didn't make a decision. That's also possible. Like maybe they lost you through not making a decision in time, leaving you waiting potentially. It's almost, there's also maybe a feeling here that they kept like waiting to get more information. Like there's a feeling here of like waiting so long that you missed the opportunity, or yeah, like you don't realize that you've managed to not make a decision. But I feel like this person is in a pretty dark place right now. I do really feel like they miss out on an opportunity with you. The moon in reverse, it just feels like this person is having a realization that they were confused, because I feel like this person was in the dark in a sense. Maybe they even feel like they're realizing what you were offering them with the Six of Pentacles, that they missed out on an opportunity. Like maybe they're seeing more clearly that you were giving to them, like, or what you were giving to them essentially. Or they weren't seeing it from that perspective. But I feel like with the moon in reverse, it's kind of like having a realization of where this person's been confused, or where they've been looking at things through a distorted lens. I feel that this person feels that they have been looking at things through a distorted lens. Can we clarify the Six of Pentacles? The Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm also getting that I feel like this person didn't invest or didn't give enough is the feeling. I feel like there's a feeling of that this person feels that they didn't give enough to you, and that they didn't take action. There's definitely this feeling of someone not taking action, or being too passive, or not making a decision, only to not like the outcome of the situation because they didn't influence it. What are they realizing with the Ace of Swords? Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, that they didn't put the work in. That they didn't, they didn't work for it. So they lost it. So they lost the opportunity with you. So the outcome was the Lovers in reverse. Like, of course, it's like, yeah, Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's like they didn't prioritize you, or make the decision soon enough to prioritize love, to prioritize the connection with you. Maybe they like they let you slip through their fingers in a sense. Can we clarify the Moon in reverse? The Four of Cups in reverse, yeah. It's really giving this feeling of coming out of this Four of Cups. Like I feel like this person was in this Four of Cups energy. And if you guys know the Four of Cups, it's really an energy of missing out on opportunities. And like not seeing the opportunities in front of you clearly, not taking them, kind of staying complacent in a like it's like not being open. It's like they didn't even see how closed off they were. So it's a very classic like Four of Cups situation, where it's like they were closed off to something good. And I also feel at the same time, like, especially if this person maybe is feeling low in their life, I feel like this person may also regret not they might miss how you gave to them, is like another thing. Like with the Six of Pentacles, like I feel like you may have, I don't know, especially if this person was like going through anything, like I feel like this person wishes that they had your support, that they had seen what they could do at the time. Like it just gives this feeling of seeing things too late, not appreciating things, not putting in the work, neglect. This has a feeling of neglect, like not in a like ABUSE way, but just like the general word of neglect, where you like don't pay attention, or you don't like think about neglecting a plant, like you don't water it, and then suddenly you look and it's dead and you're like, wait, where have I been? Why didn't I water it? Like there's a feeling like that. And then flashing back to like how much you love the plant or something, and being like, wait, that plant used to make me so happy. Like, why didn't I water it? Like that's all I had to do was water it, and I didn't do that. Yeah. Is there anything else? Can we clarify the Lovers in reverse? Okay, the full moon in reverse. Yeah, and this is giving this classic energy. And I'm gonna have to read this because it's a random card in this deck. But it's like they didn't, there's definitely this energy of not processing things or almost not living life very consciously is another way I would say it. I think this really ties in very well to what's been coming through here. But yeah, I just feel that this person, the way they feel is, I'll just read it to you because I feel like this encapsulates it. Okay, I'm just not going to try. Okay, so it says, this would be the full moon upright. So it says the third unique card of this deck is the full moon occurs when the moon is fully illuminated. It's a time for release, shedding, and starting anew. This card is about beginning a new cycle and preparing yourself for the next phase. You've achieved your own illumination through hard work and patience. This card can lift and brighten any negative cards in the spread. You need to ask yourself about where you're going next. Are you ready for this new adventure? Are you prepared for the next step? No, you are illuminated and worthy, but we have this in reverse. And so we have ignoring the inevitable. Like, yeah, it's almost like, and this is 100%. It says being on autopilot, going through the motions, not allowing yourself to shine, not having faith in yourself, disconnected from your guides, unsure about your place in the world. So I feel like this is how this person is feeling now, especially with the star in reverse, unsure of, they're feeling really lost right now is actually what I'm picking up on. And like, yeah, this is just how they feel. I couldn't say it better than this energy of being on autopilot and ignoring the inevitable to only miss out on opportunities because of not, I don't know if it was something that happened to this person before the connection with you, but I don't know if this is a mindset that they're in because of the connection, but I'm just saying all in all, it just seems like there's this really strong sense of lack. I am getting that. It's like this person's having clarity about the energy that they had been in. And so I think that they have regret for being in this energy and missing the opportunity with you by staying in the dark, by not illuminating the moon. Like it's like they weren't conscious of things that they should have been conscious of, but they were in the dark on autopilot, not paying attention fully. And I feel like they're feeling really lost right now, or like they don't know what's next, or they don't feel connected to their purpose. This person just feels very, very lost, honestly. And it's kind of sad being in this energy because I do think this person is maybe struggling. So just FYI. Yeah. Okay. Can we clarify? Do we need to clarify anything else? What do they regret here with the Five of Cups? Yeah, the Fool in reverse, not being ready for the new chapter with you. King of Wands as well. So like, yeah, Six of Swords. I feel like maybe there's this energy of like, they didn't clear baggage from their past. Or maybe there were certain things that they needed to walk away from to be ready for the connection. But I just think they regret not being prepared for the new cycle with you. Not walking away from the past and like their own self-limiting mindset with the Eight of Swords here, Six of Swords in reverse. Instead of looking forward and being empowered and passionate, I think that this person was actually focused on the past or was in a lack mentality that made them not ready for the it's giving the classic Five of Cups where like the original picture is someone looking at three cups that have spilled and not seeing the two cups right behind them. And so I feel like this person was in such a mindset at the time that they weren't able to see the positives around them, and they weren't able to like see the vision almost. Like it's like they were more focused on the negative and because they're focused on the negative, they're not seeing the opportunities around them. Can we clarify the Three of Wands? The Six of Wands. That didn't come out super confidently though. Can we get one more for that? The King of Cups here. Okay, so I'm getting this feeling of, it's like they were in this energy of waiting to feel more confident, waiting to feel better. It's like they were waiting, is just what I'm picking up on. Waiting to be a better version of themselves, waiting for things to get better, but then almost feeling like through that waiting, they missed out on opportunities. Like they might have procrastinated or thought like, it'll be better if I'm in a better place, or it'll be better if, you know, I'm in a different state of mind, or if I'm feeling more confident in myself, then it'll be better then. But I feel like that time like didn't really come. Can we clarify the Five of Pentacles? Yeah, the Magician. It's like they weren't in an empowered mindset. They were in a mindset of lack. Again, the King of Wands here, where it's like the Magician is about feeling that you have everything you need to go after and create whatever you want. Opportunities, relationships, whatever. The Five of Pentacles is feeling like you don't have anything you need, and feeling that you are actually literally lacking. So they're very opposite energies. And this person realizing that it was like their mindset, essentially. This is sad. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of sad, because I do think there's genuine remorse and regret here. Yeah, look at this, just cutting to Ghostlands. Okay, so yeah, solitude. This person could even be isolating themselves. Okay, so I'm trying to think of what I want to do for the extended. We are going to get more Oracle cards, but I want to look at what this person would want to say to you if they could, and we'll get like a lot of message cards as well. I also want to see, this is making me so sad. Let's look at what their current intentions are towards you in this connection. Or actually, let's not look at their intentions. Let's see if they're going to take any action towards you in the future. Yeah, are they going to take any action towards you? And if so, what? Next action in this connection. And then we'll get you guidance. And if there's anything else that comes through in regards to like what this person, I don't know, anything about them, we can look at that too. Like we can kind of analyze your person a little more if you feel like you want to. Yeah, and then we'll get guidance for you. So I'll have that link down below for those of you that want to join me. Okay, but let's get some Oracle cards. How does pile number 2's person actually feel toward them? We've Come Together here in reverse. We have Spark. We have Wishing Well. We have Metamorphosis. Balancing Act. And then details. I feel like this person really does feel like they missed the details. They missed the wave as well. Yeah, okay. So I feel with this Coming Together card, I'm pretty sure that when it's in reverse, it talks about like withholding intimacy. So let me just see. Yeah, it says when the come together card appears reversed, it's a sign that perhaps a love connection is unbalanced. And so I do feel like that's why the Six of Pentacles is coming through, is because I do feel like they didn't give to the connection in the same way that you did. It says, is intimacy being withheld from you, or are you withholding it from another? Longing and yearning are often mistaken for love, when in fact they are signs of lack. Perhaps you've been doing all the emotional work and pouring your water into an empty well to the point that you are now depleted. Know this, true love will not be denied to you. What is truly for you won't walk past you. Drop the agendas, the fight, the need to win, and allow love to flow through you. True love will always find its reflection in another. And it says love needs to be shared. And so I just feel like this person did deny you of love and did create an imbalanced situation. And I feel like with spark here, it's like there was this spark, but I almost feel like with wishing well in reverse, it's like your person has such a specific idea. Let me just see. Okay, so I feel like this is not a time to force anything to happen in your life, especially whatever seems to be eluding you. I just think this person is realizing that they've been coming from a place of lack. And yeah, look at this. So it says when this card is upright, oh my gosh. Okay. So this is what I'm feeling. Sorry that took me a second, but I feel like this is the energy that this person feels like they were missing or that they're having. So it says, now you've seen the relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing the moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It's an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The wishing well card awakens you to the presence of the unforeseen forces that enable new beginnings. So a lot of this is about new beginnings as well. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know why this happens. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Instead, you must step aside for the higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. From your intention and take action by dropping the coin in the wishing well. Then trust in spirit, prepared to be amazed. I feel like this person didn't, like, it's like they weren't open to trusting in however this maybe new opportunity or relationship was going to transform. But it's like it's almost like they weren't trusting in the divine and trusting the spark between the two of you. And I feel like that could have been because they were afraid to change. Yeah, it says there's a tendency it's like they expected the worst. Like they had a negative mentality. And they may have like jumped to conclusions as well because they were so afraid of losing something. But it says there's a tendency to expect the worst when the first sign of difficulty arises. When something is taken away or unwanted circumstances come to challenge you to let go of old ideas about how life is supposed to be. You're not a victim. Rather, you're experiencing the temporary discomfort we all must go through before beauty is revealed. And I feel like that's something that's going on with this person in general, is like needing to release this like safety mechanism of, it's like they try to keep themselves safe from loss. Like they don't want, it's like they're very afraid of investing in something and it not working out. And it's like they're preemptively trying to figure out if that's going to happen. And like but by doing that, they're influencing the thing itself, right? Like they're creating difficulties for things to unfold naturally, and that can sabotage situations. It says, are you fixated on getting your own way? Are you obsessed with one thing, neglecting essential matters that require your attention? taking your own inventory is a necessary step towards rebalancing your life, and it's the only way to reach an equitable solution. Adjust yourself to the conditions of your environment that you have no control over, and balance will come more easily. If there's fairness, it needs to come from you. And I feel like this person's realizing that. And I also feel that they felt like things needed to be a very specific, certain way. And I feel like they might have been hyper fixated on like certain things and then neglected this situation. Like they might have felt like, again, or they might have felt like, I can't be with pile number 2 until I get this success in my career, and then neglected pile number 2 while waiting for that success, not realizing that they've been doing things like the wrong way, or that they were neglecting the very thing that they wanted because they were so afraid that if they didn't have it that one way, then it wouldn't work out. Yeah, look at this. Literally, you guys. It says, heed the gentle warning that perfectionism will not lead you to what you desire, but instead will steer you away from it. Nothing will be good enough when you become obsessed with being perfect. No one can ever measure up to your scrutiny, and nothing you can ever do will assuage the general feeling of not being up to par. You're perfect already just as you are. The reverse the details card challenges you to accept things as they are in all their imperfections, to step into the world and engage it without any expectations. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Like that is if I could screenshot this, I would feel like this is literally like what your person's energy really was. And I feel like you guys were picking up on that it's like they were so focused on the future, that they didn't start, or I don't know if that's what came through here or in your part, but I just feel like they held themselves back because of being so perfectionistic. And so, yeah, I mean, we already said it, and that blocked the intimacy here. And it's like, there was a natural spark, but it's like, because maybe this person felt like it had to be in this particular way, they missed out. They missed out on the situation. So yeah. Okay. So for the extended, again, let's see what your person would want to say to you. Let's also get like a lot of message cards. I want to use like several different decks of message cards. And then I want to see what your person's next action is going to be, if any, or just what's their next energy toward you going to be. And then we'll get you guys some guidance. I kind of want to add in like maybe what you didn't see about your person, or just like a little bit behind this person's psychology. But then we'll get guidance for you and wrap it up. So thank you so much for being here. If you guys found this reading helpful, then I would love for you to hit the like button, leave a comment. I really appreciate everyone who does that. And if you want to see more pick a card readings from my channel, I would love for you to subscribe so you can see the next post that I do. Other than that, thank you so much for... Sorry, I'm just looking at this detail. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. It's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Every Little Thing You Do is Magic Tarot and this rose quartz palm stone, then this is going to be a reading where we're looking at how you think your person is feeling about you versus how your person is actually feeling about you. So we'll just kind of compare and contrast the two and hopefully clarify anything that's confusing. Hopefully it can confirm what you already know to be true, and just uncover anything else to give you guys more clarity. So the first part of the reading, we're going to be looking just at how you think this person feels. So I would use this part of the reading as an energy check-in, because the first part of the reading is something that you should resonate with before you listen to the rest of the reading. And that's just to avoid any confusion or taking on messages or listening to a reading that does not resonate with you or isn't for you. So I would just make sure that this first part does make sense to you. And if there are some things, like small things that don't resonate, that's just kind of how the collective readings are. But I just feel like the core idea should be applicable to your situation. Okay, so for pile number 3, also this is a brand new deck. I'm so obsessed with it. You guys, this is on Amazon. It was only like $23, I think, or even less, but it's such a high quality deck. I just got it. And it doesn't have that many like reviews or anything, but I am obsessed with this. So if you guys like collecting decks or like getting different decks, I recommend this already, even though I'm just starting to use it. I just love the back of it, and I don't know, the art's really cool. Okay, but anyways, for pile number 3, how does pile number 3 think that their person, or the person that's on their mind, how do they think that person is feeling toward them? The 3 of Swords in reverse. We have Strength, so Leo energy. How do they think that their person is feeling toward them? We have the Emperor in reverse. Just a sip of water. Aries energy coming through. Isn't this art really pretty? I really like it. How does pile number 3 think that their person feels towards them? We have the Apprentice of Wands, and in this deck, I believe that that is the Page of Wands. I just want to double check just to make sure. So in this deck, the Elder is the King, the Oracle is the Queen, the Champion is the Knight, and the Apprentice is the Cups, or is the Page. So Page of Wands here in reverse. Can we clarify the 3 of Swords in reverse? The 7 of Wands in reverse. Can we clarify Strength? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse, and then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Can we clarify the Emperor in reverse? The Sun, also in reverse, some more Leo energy. Can we clarify the Page of Wands in reverse? We have the Lovers, Gemini. And then we have the Champion of Wands at the back of the deck, which is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the first thing that is coming through, there's a feeling here, number one, I want to say of compassion, or honestly like surrender in a way. I'm surprised to not see like the Hanged Man or anything. But I feel like there's this energy of not, it's almost like not taking control of the situation, or kind of putting your hands back or your hands up and not like forcing the situation. Like you almost feel like your person isn't forcing the situation. And I feel like it's coming through in a way that is almost like respecting the other person, like out of respect for the other person. There's a feeling of not sacrifice, again, like the Hanged Man's kind of coming through, but it's like, it's almost this energy of maybe letting, I don't know if it's letting someone heal, but it feels like with the Lovers here, there's just an overall energy of going for harmony with the other person, regardless of what that person is wanting, over forcing your own will and your own desires with the Emperor here with Aries. And then Leo, the Sun here is also can be about the self. And so there's almost this feeling of not of trying to not put themselves before the harmony and the connection, even if maybe there is something different that this person wants, even if there would be maybe something that they want. It's almost this feeling of just deciding to heal. And I feel like with this strength here, it's giving this energy of trying to act in a way that's like, even though this person might be triggered with the Oracle of Cups here, there's a feeling of, even though maybe they would want something, or like they're not feeling fulfilled is almost how it feels, or maybe there's a missed opportunity, or they're having to lose out on an opportunity here. It's almost this feeling of, I would rather do that than try to force something or try to control the situation. Like, it's like this energy of, I'm not going to control things or force there to be, or like even this energy of accepting maybe that there isn't a future. Like, it's just something I'm getting, or almost this feeling of, with the Sun in reverse, this also could be some level of like depression in a way. Like, it doesn't have to be. With the Three of Swords here, there's just this feeling of, although maybe there are raw emotions and emotional difficulties kind of going on, I feel like with this person, I almost feel that despite that, they're respecting, if this door isn't open, they need to make a choice that is loving, or like they want to make a choice that's going to bring harmony, and they don't want to, it's this energy of, I'm not going to be selfish, really. So that might be surprising, I don't know, but this is supposed to be how you subjectively think that they're feeling, is like, and if this is your energy, like, I don't know, maybe this might be a reverse pile, potentially. Because I'm trying to think about it that way. Sometimes I get too confused when I do this, though. So please take what fits for you guys, because I could get into my head and start going, is this your person? Is this what you think your person is thinking about you? That what you're doing? But it's supposed to be represent their feelings, these cards. So I'm just getting lost in the details. So you believe that it's like this energy of, there's almost this feeling of like that they would want to take action, that there is a passion here, but they're not, it's hard to describe, but like with the Emperor in reverse and the Sun in reverse, it's this feeling of allowing there to be a lack of clarity, allowing there to be, to not, it's almost this energy of not being in this like hunter energy. So it's like a hunter energy is where we see this like outcome that we want, and we're going to strategize toward it. There's almost this feeling of them being willing to accept the lack of potential optimism in the future. Like, maybe it will stay like this forever. Like, obviously it won't, but there's almost just this feeling of this person trying to not, I want to say, like, out of their own discomfort. Like, it's almost like it's like you think that they're feeling emotionally uncomfortable, but that they are not like forcing that onto you. It's like they're not forcing that you to handle that discomfort, or for there to be a solution. That's really what I'm picking up on here. We also have, we have Gemini energy as well. Heavy Leo, Gemini, Aries. But there is this feeling of openness. Like, it's almost like they would be open, but if they can't, like, they're not going to lose their cool, is what I'm picking up on. So let's get some oracle cards just to clarify. And it might even also be this feeling of, like still loving someone even if they are okay, this is one possibility. We'll get more into it, but I'm kind of getting this energy of like, maybe if you, this is just for you guys, if you guys are emotionally not doing super well right now, then I feel like if that's your energy, this Oracle of Cups, I almost feel like there's this feeling of not wanting to have to control that or push you to a different kind of pace or make you take action. It's like they don't want to. And so something that's also coming through as a possibility is there's a song coming through, or it's like literally Charlie D'Amelio's sister that came out, that song that was like, sometimes I don't want to be happy, just let me be, something like that. Another song that's coming through would be Waste by Foster the People, where it's like, every day that you want to change, you can. Every day that you want to waste, you can, because I just really want to be with you. There's kind of a feeling of that here, like I'm not going to push you or force anything, even though I'm maybe not super happy, or maybe I would want something different. Maybe I would want there to be like some sort of shift or something different, but I'm not going to be the person to make anything worse for you. And it's also kind of giving the energy of not wanting to add to someone's plate, like when there already is a lot. But yeah, there is kind of a feeling here of maybe playing the long game as well. Can we clarify how pile number 3 thinks that their person is feeling? We have No Place Like Home in reverse. We have Round and Round. We have Observer in reverse. We have the Fates. And then we have a leg up here. This is so interesting. I'm wondering if, okay, I just need to now separate it into two objective energies, because I'm sensing that there's this one person that's almost viewing the other person as potentially struggling with seeing the bigger picture, maybe even feeling a little bit defeated or feeling like they're not getting anywhere. Maybe even feeling frustrated, or just like there's almost just this feeling of someone seeing the bigger picture here and understanding the Fates card, understanding that like from the higher perspective, because I'm confused at these coming out upside down, because it's almost like this is what I'm picking up on, but I don't know if this is your energy. So it's like, this is the energy I've been picking up on, is this Observer and the Fates energy, where it's like, I'm going to accept what I can't change. Like, that's exactly the kind of energy I was picking up on, was the Serenity prayer. Serenity. Like, there's a sense of serenity here where it's like, let me just read the Fates card. Yeah, look at this. It says, other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view and how they should be, so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. That was the exact thing I was getting, but like the opposite of that, but like not doing that. Like, What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you're meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. So that is exactly what I'm getting. Yeah. Okay. So even in reverse, though, it kind of just talks about like we don't need to understand like fate, and it's difficult to understand why painful things happen with the Three of Swords. But it's like this person is trying to stay strong. But it says now is one of those times to be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations and surrender to acceptance. Hang in there. Life will only get better. Act that you believe that, for the only thing you can control right now is your attitude. Being mindful of what you can and cannot change, serenity will come to you. So I'm wondering if you are thinking that this person, that's how they're feeling, is that there's nothing that they can do about it. Maybe they're feeling that okay. So with the observer in reverse, I feel like this is coming up because it's almost like this feeling of not knowing where things are going, not knowing the path ahead, not knowing what to do next. And with the sun in reverse, it's like not having clear direction of where things are going. But there's this sensation of having strength in the face of these kinds of circumstances where maybe you're learning a karmic lesson, or something feels hard to break out of, or hard to change, or hard to get perspective on, or maybe it feels like there's nothing we can do to improve the situation. And so the only thing we can do is like take a step back and see how things play out. And yeah, is what I'm getting. And then, but with a leg up here, there's that supportive energy. And I do feel like there's this energy of like needing to see how a situation might be painful, but we're not supposed to fight against it. We're meant to see what it's trying to teach us karmically. And we're not meant to just go around in the same circle. It's like, but I feel like this maybe situation is at a point where it's not clear what the solution is. But all we can do is try to move with strength and with the lover's energy. And the lover's energy is, I think, making choices out of love, even if, and it's like almost realizing that this is what love can be. Like soulmates can sometimes teach us these kinds of lessons where it's like, it's not like the movies. It's not like a storybook. It's like, sometimes it's just about having like compassion for yourself, compassion for other people, and then being willing to have humility when we need to. I don't know. So hopefully that gives you some idea as to whether or not this is your reading. So I'm just confused about who you are in the situation so far, but maybe both parties are here. So I'm just going to see what comes through. Like, I'm wondering if someone is trying to I definitely feel that there's someone who's trying to not control another person or tell them how to feel. It's like someone's trying to let another person be completely who they need to be in all the ugliness, or like not ugliness, but in all the uncomfortableness that it is, you know? And so maybe someone's more emotionally unavailable in the situation because of something they're going through. And so instead of making that like a problem, if that makes sense, like where I want you to be different than you are because it's making me uncomfortable, you know? Yeah. And this is like making me think, so maybe there is someone in this situation. This could be you, could be your person, but we'll kind of hopefully get more clarity. But I don't know if someone's going through a lot right now and they just need compassion. And maybe it isn't like the greatest for the other person, but there's someone here that's trying to be, what's the word? Compassionate, and yeah, someone's trying to be compassionate here. And not get triggered by another person. Like, it's like, instead of like with the strength card there, it's like having the inner strength to not be selfish almost. Like the inner strength to not take things personally or get triggered by where someone else is at and like what path what they're ready for, what they're not ready for, wherever they're standing. So yeah, I'm wondering, I don't know. I'm just going to see. So how does pile number 3's person actually feel toward them? We have the Chariot in reverse. We have Strength in reverse. So definitely not surprised to see the Chariot in reverse. But interesting that we do have Strength here. Which one? So we have Cancer and Leo energy. How does pile number 3's person actually feel? The Ten of Wands in reverse. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. This is like slightly unfortunate because I feel like the real nature of this person's feelings are a little bit less unconditionally loving, because I almost feel like this person, that they're feeling a level of like they're like, we can't move forward in this, whereas it's almost like you're thinking more like this person is open to it moving forward at whatever pace. But I feel like this person actually is seeing the situation more from the idea of it's a blocked path for them. But let's clarify. Can we clarify the Chariot? We have Death in reverse, Scorpio. Can we clarify Strength? We have Three of Wands in reverse. Can we clarify the Ten of Wands? We have the Three of Swords in reverse. So you're definitely right about that. Like, I do feel like this kind of reminds me of like maybe a situation where maybe someone wasn't ready for a relationship, or someone like we couldn't get on the same page, or like certain needs weren't aligning. So I do feel like things weren't able to move forward in the situation. And so there is this process of healing, maybe from a difficult decision that had to be made in the situation. Can we clarify the Apprentice of Wands in reverse? Okay, we have the King of Swords here in the reverse. And then we have the Moon at the back of the deck, so more Cancer. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like the way your person, so I definitely am getting the vibe that maybe you guys are the people that, I don't know, take the reading however it resonates for you, but I am feeling that there's this idea, or like what was coming through was a projection of a person that was in that like that energy of accepting what you can't control, not trying to change people to suit your agenda. Like I almost feel I feel like this person is actually triggered. I feel like their ego is triggered in this situation by not being able to move forward. And I feel like there is this feeling of not wanting to carry the burden of this. Like it's almost like they're trying to put down the burden of the situation. And I'm like, yeah, this is interesting. And then I feel like with death in reverse here, I feel like there's this feeling of things aren't changing, and that's why we can't move forward. And like with the Three of Wands in reverse, it's almost like this person just feels like this situation has not brought them what they wanted. And so they are not like, and they feel like maybe you are not going to change. And so whereas you were maybe projecting that this person was having a lot of patience and kind of unconditional love, where it's like in that song, every day that you want to change, you can, but every day you want to waste because I just really want to be with you. Like, I feel like you might be thinking that this person is more comfortable in the lack of knowing and more accepting of not being in control. Not being able to have their victory, not being able to get what they want. Like, I do personally feel that they are actually not feeling, they're not being selfless. Like, I feel like you're projecting a very selfless energy onto them. Because the Three of Wands is like this energy of disappointment around things not progressing, things not moving forward. And I feel like there's also this energy of like, I'm not going to wait. Like, I do feel like there's a feeling of I'm not going to wait. And I do even feel like there's, even with the King of Swords in reverse, maybe like a very firm stance that they're taking. Like, whereas I feel like you think that they're kind of open to what's best for the relationship and like, and I feel like this person definitely isn't in the energy of trying to force you in. So I feel like that's what you do have correct, though, is I do feel that this person feels that the situation is not clear. Like, it's not clear the path forward. It's not clear that there is going to be a path forward together. That there has been a difficult decision made. But I feel like you're thinking that they might just be somewhat sad about that and like patient about it. But I feel like this person is more in the moon energy, where it's like, and like there's wolves and dogs. It's like this person is a little bit more in their shadow self. They are in their shadow self. And I feel like you're maybe it's almost like you're sensing the higher self of this person. Because I do feel like this person's higher self like would be in that energy, but I feel like right now they're more focused on like the pain at hand. And I feel like their ego is coming in to defend them from being hurt in this situation. Because I do feel like this person was hurt in the situation, was maybe hurt with like it not being able to move forward, not being able to transform. And I feel like there's sort of an ego response here of like almost like, I don't want to say blame because that's a strong word, but almost being in this energy of like, you're not changing, so I can't move forward. And so so this isn't going to move forward. I'm not going to get the outcome I want, or the outcome with you, like the shared success. I don't have the strength to be patient about that. This is triggering me, and it is making me want to throw the towel in. This person has thrown the towel in. And I'm wondering if with the King of Swords in reverse, if there's a slight level of superiority coming through from this person of like, I don't know if that's how they're coping, but I just want to see. Can we clarify the King of... there's a light in my eye. 1 second. Okay, it's still there. Can we clarify the King of Swords in reverse? Why is the King of Swords here in reverse? Okay, well, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, I feel like there's this energy of thinking that the other person is in this water element or like this emotional sort of place. But I feel like if anything, and that was the first message I got when the King of Swords came out, is that this person is less in their emotions and in their compassion and softness than they are in their mind. And like, it's almost like their mind just made a very clear-cut decision. And that's their way of coping with the unknown. Yeah, and I feel like there's a level of indifference, especially if you guys are this Queen of Cups who's maybe like emotionally, needing to take care of themselves or like emotionally in a sensitive place right now. There's this sense of meeting that with the head energy and not being super compassionate, honestly. I just want to clarify death in reverse. We have the Tower. Okay, so I feel like there might be an energy here of like this person has interpreted the situation not as a like something that's transforming. It's like a tower, like something was destroyed. And so I feel like you're viewing that this person, you're almost giving this person too much credit is what I would say. Too much credit for being like, it's like they're having a hard time marrying the process of transformation and seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel, which is like when we go through like a death or like, and especially if this is you guys that's going through some kind of a transformation, it's almost like to them this is like a tower. It's like not seeing the person from start to finish as the same person. It's almost like they're acting like this isn't really going on, or they're acting like the version that they had of you or like what they wanted, what they were like envisioning is just completely crashed. It's not a process of transformation. It's not obstacles that can be overcome. Yeah, I really don't appreciate this because like it's kind of sad that maybe some of you guys like are projecting your own higher self onto this person. Can we clarify strength? We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Can we clarify the Chariot? The Five of Swords. Yeah, it's like there's this, how they feel. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm getting like ever so slightly confused, but I just need to say what's coming through, but I just want to add, like, for some of you, like, maybe you projected that this person had an understanding, or like that they didn't, that even though they had a different point of view, that they weren't going to force that on you. But I feel like if anything, it's almost like they feel, it's like they didn't buy into, especially if there was a conversation had with this person where it's like, let's say, like, this is just an example. Let's say there are two people that really love each other and a person is not able to be in a committed relationship at that time because they feel that they're going through some kind of transformation and there's a lot they need to focus, or they need to focus on themselves or something like that. It's almost like that would be like this death process, or like, let's say that this person is transforming, but there's going to be a rebirth essentially. Even if it is dark, it's like there's still going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, even if you can't see it. It's like there's a sense of, I don't know if this person is projecting failure onto you or projecting that you're not going to change, because that would be even worse, or that you're not going to be successful. or that you're self-sabotaging, or that you don't have the strength, that you don't know what you're saying almost. Like, so I wonder, there's almost like a lack of respect coming through, like a lack of respect and a judgment in regards to, so like in this situation, like I literally feel like that card, let me just, what's the number? The Fates here. It says other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise suit you. This is the time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. That's the King of Swords energy in reverse here that I'm getting. But there's also this feeling of this person like not respecting, in my opinion, this truth here. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them is in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Because I just want to separate out now their feelings from how they're perceiving you. That's something that I want to separate. So in the extended reading, I do want to see, how do you think this person perceives you versus how do they actually perceive you? And I feel like that might be really helpful here. And then that's what I'm just going to say for now. But getting back into this, it could be both. Like, and it just might be hard to hear, or like, it's just kind of sad because it's almost like this feeling of maybe them thinking that whatever you're going through, whatever path you're on, is like that you're not going to be successful without them. That they don't believe that you're going to have this rebirth, like that they feel like this is a dead end for both you and them, and like almost feeling like you don't have the strength in a way, and so then they're not taking responsibility, because there is this judgmental energy coming through. Can we clarify the Three of Wands in reverse? Yeah, look at this. We have the King of Pentacles here, where it's like, how far are you going to get without me is the feeling with the Emperor. Like, in the Hierophant, how far are you going to get without my power, without my control, without my ideas almost? And then the Hierophant, like, you should follow that and listen to that. I just feel like this person is kind of very opposite to what you were thinking. So it's unfortunate, or like, it's unfortunate, because I just feel like this person is underestimating you. And they are not compassionately, it's like, it's almost like this. It's almost like their ego is triggered by the fact that you do have to do something maybe for you or what's best for you. Instead of, it's like that does trigger their ego, actually. That does make them feel maybe rejected, or like there's a sense like they haven't been successful. Whatever it is that triggers them about that, they are taking it personally on some level. Whether they're, and I don't think they're conscious of it with the moon here. I don't think they're conscious, but that is causing them to need to undermine the validity of whatever you're needing, you know? And so this is not loving, because it's like this person, it's almost like they don't want to see that you might be right with what you needed to do here, like that you're not self-sabotaging. Like, I feel like this person maybe thinks that you're self-sabotaging in your life right now, and that they're you know, it's not this transformation of that you're not actually changing as a, it's like they're doubting your rebirth potential here. They're seeing it more like a tower, or maybe that you're going to have to go through a tower moment or something. But so they just don't get it is almost how I feel as well. But it's like, I just like, this is just like sad if this is, it's sad, but we'll get Oracle cards to see. But I do feel that this person, oh, sorry, let me just finish what I was saying. So it's like their ego is triggered by you being right, like by your discernment. Like, I feel like you might have had a moment of discernment, and maybe it was like a hard decision that needed to be made, and that did trigger them, and that did cause them to take it personally, and it did cause them to almost like, they connect you needing them, or you not needing them, or you not needing what they need or what they want, you not following in line with like what they want in the situation. If they could control it perfectly, like not following that is not something that they're being humble about. It is something that they do resent. And them not they resent, and they don't want to see that was valid. And then they don't want to see that, because then maybe they'd have to see that they should have been in that energy check-in energy. You know, the energy check-in energy, sorry, I'm like spazzing out now, but the energy check-in, the way you think they feel is exactly how they should feel. Like, that would be the highest, best thing. Like, they're coming from a place of ego, not from a place of love. Like, this person is not coming from a place of love. And I feel like you thought that they were, but I honestly feel that this person is coming from a place of ego in this connection. Let's get some Oracle cards. And it's like, there's also a feeling of not being open to things transforming and coming together differently. Like, it's almost like they're not open to seeing that this is a process of transformation, that this could be a process of transformation, that has the potential for rebirth. Like, in the energy check-in, it's almost like you're projecting this would be in their highest. This is the truth, in my opinion, though, is like, I do believe that there is a transformation process going on. But I almost feel like this person is refusing to see it that way. Like, they only want to see it one way, and they don't want to have to transform to fit this connection. They don't want to be flexible. It's like it's like not wanting to be flexible in the situation and to let the situation grow. Instead, it has to be this like, instead they're interpreting it like a tower, like it was never real to begin with, you know, or what they thought to be true. It's like that. It's almost like, because they're so solidified in their own ideas of what is the way that the relationship should be, the way that things should be, that they're not willing to be open to the idea that that's not true. And because how then could you not want that too, or not be ready for that too? So it's like they're refusing to see that that's valid. They're refusing to be in the lover's energy, refusing to see that it's a balance of both people's needs, and it's about creating harmony, and it's about death, it's about transformation, and that all change isn't this tower, you know? It's almost like they're seeing it like the tower. I hope that makes sense. It's like they're they are not handling the process of change well whatsoever. And maybe I actually think the tower is here because I think it is. Okay, so the tower is here because it is a tower moment for them. And they're fighting a tower moment. They're fighting seeing maybe that the way they were seeing things isn't the one and only path and isn't the one and only way a relationship needs to be, or the situation needs to be, another person needs to be. It's like even projecting onto thinking this is how another person should show up in a relationship. You know, we don't get to be the say on that. And so I almost feel like this person doesn't want to have a tower moment, doesn't want to see that with the Chariot here in reverse. It's like they don't want to see that their relentlessness, they're actually they're not willing to surrender. They're only willing to blame the other person for the reason why there wasn't success, and then they're gonna keep going on whatever path they're on. And there's like this stubbornness of wanting to be the same way, kind of. Okay, let's see though. How is pile number 3's person actually feeling? Oh my gosh, yeah, exchanging gifts here, literally. We go the distance. We have happy. Milk and honey. Yeah, in between worlds. This is actually like kind of sad, you guys, like, because I literally feel like there's this energy of this person thinking that you will not be able to go the distance toward your happiness. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was picking up on. It's like they actually are projecting onto you a lack of strength and a lack of direction. And so with the between worlds here in reverse, it's almost like they almost are feeling like it's not going to turn out how you think it is. Like they're almost, that's their worldview, is that you want to go through this transformation. You want to go like a different way than what I would say. How are you going to do that without this exchanging gifts card? Like this energy, let me see. 27. It's like they feel like you don't actually have it in you. It says, be careful what you pray for because you just might get it and then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but you know you'll have to walk away from or even fail at because you can't or won't pay the dues asked of you. If you want to be a famous musician, then you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Yeah. And then so it also, though, it says another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver, and I feel like this is how they act, though, plays out in many relationships in your life where you find yourself in victim mode in a codependent relationship dynamic, you're holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Yeah, others may continue. So it's like if someone believes that they are giving more, there's a codependent dynamic here where it's literally the opposite of that energy of allowing another person to find their way at their own pace and accepting them exactly where they're at and loving them anyways. It says others may continue to push you to prove yourself. And that's exactly how I feel this person is acting. And then it's like, if you don't prove yourself in the way that they think you should, I don't even know. I just feel like there's this energy here of projecting onto you that you don't know what you're getting yourself into, or that you're not going to be able to do it without their help. And with between worlds in reverse, this is a card that talks about not that you don't know how a situation's going to turn out. Yeah, it says be mindful of your expectations. This is not a time for guarantees. Things do not go exactly as you plan or dictate. Let go and see what spirit has in store. What takes hold in your life will be better than you can imagine. I don't know. There's a projection here that things aren't going to go the right way. Or you're not going to get what you want out of whatever you have decided to do for you. Yeah, One Ring Circus. I swear this is the energy I'm picking up on. And the One Ring Circus card in reverse is like a card of feeling like the sun doesn't rise without you, or almost like overestimating the importance of your self. How does pile number 3's person actually feel? We have Moonlight in reverse, Into the Unknown, Encouragement in reverse, yeah. Follow the leader, literally, oh my god. And then Solitude in reverse. This Encouragement in reverse card, it's like this person, I feel like, feels that you are going out into the unknown. Oh my gosh, it's literally like you stepping up to show more leadership in your own life. This person's almost is almost seeing it as you isolating yourself unnecessarily. But there's just this real sense of, I just started hearing, what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boy, what you gonna do? I don't know. There's almost like an energy of like expecting the worst. I want to see the Moonlight card. It says stop overanalyzing. Overanalyzing is not getting you anywhere. Are you insecure about your ability to make good choices? Don't become overly concerned about perceived mistakes. How can you learn to dance if you don't occasionally take a misstep? But I feel like there's this energy of them not encouraging this. So it says there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Go play, have fun, stay open, and trust. And so it's like they feel like you're going into new territory. But let me just get 54. It's like this person is expecting for you to, it's almost like they're seeing this as you making a mistake. It says a misstep isn't the end of the world. You've fallen into a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you out of it. Being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraged. All is well and you can start again. Take another road, surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Yeah, there's just this feeling of like, you need to follow my lead. I feel like this person maybe it's just so opposite to what you were thinking of them. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up. I hope this made sense to you guys. Very interesting reading. So for the extended, I definitely want to see how you think this person views you versus how they actually view you. Then I want to see what's a hidden truth about this person. Like, what's the hidden truth? Let's analyze this person. And then I'll get you guys some extensive guidance on the situation. Yeah, because it's yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button, leave a comment. And if you want to see future readings from my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. Other than that, it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon.